on the wall. At home now, GF thought he felt kinda weird. At first, he would burp and feel bits of ground beef and the slice of cheese at the back of his throat. The burger was sitting like a rock at a position higher in his abdomen than normal, squeezing up through his chest. He felt puffy and bloated. But then pain started permeating through his body. He could feel something sharp in his upper back as he started to panic. GF tried to wash everything down with some water. The burger just wasn't moving, but then it felt like the water was hanging around at the back of his throat. And then his stomach started cramping. GF grabbed the armrests of his chair. He felt like the burger was oozing out of his throat, but he also felt like it was stuck like a rock in his stomach. In the bathroom, GF was brought down to the ground. He did have some movement come up, but things just kept getting worse as he gets into his car and he drives himself to the emergency room where we are now. Given this history of present illness, the medical team has some clues as to what's happening. First, GF's abdomen was not only hard to the touch, but it was also swollen. This could be because there's an 8-pound hamburger sitting inside of him, but recently swallowed chewed ground beef shouldn't be that hard to the touch. What could be that hard to the touch is if the stomach perforated and is leaking gas from free air into his abdomen, something called pneumoperitoneum. Pneumo referring to air, and peritoneum referring to, generally, a membrane that lines the abdominal cavity, but in this case referring to the cavity where the abdominal organs are. Except an X-ray reveals no gas present in this area, at least for now. A blood test finds that GF's kidneys have started shutting down. Excess white blood cells are now floating around for some reason, indicating that something in his body is either infected or inflamed, but what could it be? When the medical team looked at the X-ray, they thought they saw something there. Knowing that he had recently eaten an 8-pound burger, a CT scan shows everyone the entire burger. The gastrointestinal tract, GI for short, is a long continuous muscle spanning from your mouth to your other end. When you eat, food often induces something called a stretch reflex. That is, the size and weight of the food will stretch the muscles of the GI tract and cause contractions that ripple through, leading to a bowel movement. This assumes that food stretches the stomach a little, but not like how 8 pounds of ground beef would stretch it. Simplistically, the stomach is a bag lined with muscle that churns